Let me demonstrate. To the forehand side, make your step bigger. To the middle, use a rotational step around. For a half-long ball to the middle, rotate, then step in. Many amateur players loop backspin perfectly in practice, but make a lot of mistakes during a match. Let's fix that problem today. After your serve, for any ball moving to your forehand, use one-step footwork. Children have to use side steps due to their shorter reach. Think of your right foot as a ruler. Adjust your step size based on the ball's distance, a large step for a wide ball, a small step for a closer one. But always make it a single step. You can use side steps, but the risk is overrunning the ball. This often gets you jammed, and it's hard to make space for balls to the middle. In my experience, the lunge step is the best footwork for looping a forehand backspin on the move. When your opponent pushes long and fast, you often aren't ready. Let's discuss how to anticipate these fast balls. No matter how fast their push is, there is always a difference in their stroke motion. Therefore, before contact, your focus shouldn't be on yourself, but on your opponent. After serving, you must get back into a ready position. Ready position is not relaxed, it's compact and alert. After I serve and recover, I must watch my opponent's stroke preparation intently. That's the first point. Second, once they start their stroke, 80% of the time the ball will go cross-court. If you see the ball crossing the net down the line instead of cross-court, you must start moving your feet immediately. The problem right now is a lack of focus during recovery. After you hit your shot, you are too relaxed, not in a state of intense focus on the next ball. This causes every follow-up shot to be rushed. Second, you have to match the rhythm of the game. For a slow ball, step in and wait for the right contact point. You must match this rhythm. For a fast ball, execute your stroke and keep up. You must have the ability to adjust to the changing pace of the ball, whether it's slow or fast. In a match, you cannot avoid these types of shots. Matches are full of this variety: fast, slow, high, and low. For a slow ball, get your feet in position and wait for it. I'll loop the ball after it drops. For a high ball, raise your arm and step in. This is easy to practice. For a fast ball, make contact at the same time your foot lands. Don't treat it like a slow ball where you can step and then wait. There's no time for that. It's like singing, a slow ball is da, 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 while a fast ball must be da da. You have to quicken the rhythm. A song needs different rhythms to sound good. Table tennis is the same, its difficulty lies in the constant change of pace. If every ball were fast, we would only practice for pace. You must make different adjustments for different balls. On a slow ball, adjust your body and center of gravity to prepare for power. On a fast ball, stay with the pace and don't let it jam you. Fast ball. Don't just block a fast ball. The faster your opponent pushes at you, the more you must use your own body to lift the ball with compact, focused brushing. When your opponent jams you with pace, they are giving you power. Why would you try to hit forward instead of brushing the ball? You only need to drive forward on slow balls, because they lack pace and force, requiring you to generate your own power. A fast ball already has power, a small upward lift is all you need to get it over. If you hit forward against that pace, you'll hit the net. The strategy is, when the opponent is strong, you play soft; when they are weak, you play strong. If they are already overpowering you, meeting them head-on with force is not a smart tactic. A higher-level player is simply a more tactical player. If they play strong, I use friction. When they give you pace, the natural rebound from the racket helps return the ball. However, when they play a soft ball, you have to execute your full stroke and move into the ball. So for slow, soft balls, you must move forward, wait for the right moment, load up, and generate power. For fast balls, balls that require footwork, or balls that jam you, just brush them. Your opponent has provided the pace, you just need to create the arc. If you could power loop a ball that's jamming you, you wouldn't need this lesson. You'd be playing for the national team. As amateur players, we must play a realistic game. Trying to learn professional power loops is impractical, takes years, and leads to injury. Frankly, it's not for players at our age and level. It's like roller coasters. I used to ride them easily, but now one ride takes me a week to recover from. So, do what's appropriate for your age. For amateur players, that means playing smart, staying injury-free, and enjoying the game. Some techniques are not for us to learn. In 2021, I was still teaching the backhand counter loop, but then I realized even I can't use it effectively after retiring. It's not practical. Semi-high ball. To handle a semi-high ball, you have to raise your arm. When you see a high ball, don't stay low. Your body and arm must rise with it. For example, when preparing for a semi-high ball, raise both your body and your arm. Your body has to rise with the ball. Fast ball. That's right. Only when you have mastered these adjustments can you handle the different types of balls and difficulties in a match. However, in training, you can't skip the fundamental looping framework. After mastering the basic framework, you should practice these variations. If you only practice the basic, stationary loop, you'll only get more consistent at it, but you won't improve your game. There are really only 3 ways to loop a backspin ball. First is the semi-high ball. We often miss this shot, especially when stepping around to the forehand side. I'm talking about those awkward balls that are both soft and jam you. When you see a semi-high ball, your body must rise so your arm can get into position. For example, if I move in for a backspin ball and see it's semi-high, my body and arm must rise together. You should approach expecting a low backspin ball. But the moment you identify it as semi-high, you must immediately lift your body and arm. Second is the slow ball. Here, we emphasize getting the body and feet in position, loading the legs, and engaging the hips to weight and generate power. For this shot, my focus is on shot quality. How do you generate quality? Through your body. A slow ball gives you time to set up, so plant your feet, lower your waist, and engage your core to establish a strong position. Third is the fast ball, the one that amateur players fear most. The faster the ball, the more you should use a compact motion. A small lift is enough because the opponent has supplied the pace. The reason you hit the net earlier is because you tried to hit forward, creating a collision of forces with the incoming ball. When he drives at you, you brush it. When he plays soft, you drive it. When the fast ball comes, just brush it upward. The goal is simply to lift it over the net. The faster the ball they give you, the more you need to brush it. Fan Zhendong uses this brushing motion a lot, especially when dealing with high-quality backspin from his opponents. This is especially true for balls aimed at the body. If you try to hit forward into this type of ball, you will hit the net 100% of the time. So stop trying to use their pace. When the ball jams you, just use your forearm, wrist, and fingers to brush it. This applies to balls to the middle as well. If you try to hit forward, you will immediately hit the net. Just brush it over. On a slow ball, if you just lift it, it will go into the net due to lack of forward momentum. But a fast ball already has that momentum, so a simple lift is all you need. Drive the slow ball. Brush the fast one. The rule is, drive the slow, brush the fast. Of course, this only applies to backspin balls, it won't work for topspin. Topspin requires different techniques like blocking, counter-driving, and borrowing pace. But for backspin, the rule is absolutely, brush the fast ball, drive the slow ball. Many players say there's a huge gap between their training and match performance. The problem isn't your technique, it's that you don't have the right answers for all the different situations in a match. This is just one of them. You also have to deal with depth, spin variations, and different rubbers like pimples. Your match performance suffers because you don't have a solution for every type of ball you face. My job is to teach you the solutions. Your job is to practice them until you know which solution to apply to which problem during a match. No matter how well you train one shot, if the opponent changes the play, you'll be lost. In table tennis, there are many possible returns. If you can only handle one, your skills will never truly develop. So remember the three responses: brush the fast ball, drive the slow ball, and rise up for the semi-high ball. Your previous issue with semi-high balls was that you stayed too low, causing your loop to have too much arc and go long. The most difficult shots to handle are typically to the wide angles, at the body, and those requiring a big step around. My advice for amateur players is this: for balls deep to your backhand corner, try to use your backhand loop. This is because stepping around for a forehand is tricky. Step too far and you can't reach, step too little and you get jammed. The backhand is more direct for that position. For the middle 2/3 of the table, you can use your forehand. Your current problem with wide-angle balls is that you are reaching with your hip forward and your arm trailing behind. This is the reason you're making mistakes on wide balls. Let me demonstrate. To fix this, on wide-angle balls, you must take a much larger step and keep your hitting arm closer to your body. The purpose of a wide ball is to jam you, so you cannot afford to reach with a straight arm. That's why you are hitting the net. So, take a bigger step with your feet and keep your arm more compact. If your footwork is short, you won't have enough space or power from your body to lift a heavy backspin ball with just your arm. For any wide-angle ball, your footwork must get you there. You can then use a compact loop to ensure the ball lands on the table. If your feet aren't in position and you rely only on your arm to create the arc, the moment you get nervous in a match, the shot will fail and go into the net. For a long ball to the middle, use a rotational step around. Don't just move sideways like a crab. Pivot on your left foot and let your right foot make space. This rotational movement allows you to create the space to loop the ball. If the ball to the middle is short, the principle is the same: first rotate, then step in. Deep backhand corner, use your backhand loop. Long to the middle, use a rotational step around. Don't just shuffle sideways. Short to the middle, rotate first, then step in with your left foot. Wide forehand ball, take a big step and use a compact arm swing to get it on the table. Let me demonstrate again. To the forehand side, make your step bigger. To the middle, use a rotational step around. For a half-long ball to the middle, rotate, then step in. The reason your shots go long is that your weight is on your heels after the shot, which prevents you from leaning forward for the next ball. A topspin rally requires you to keep your weight forward. Your current balance makes you hesitant to hit the next ball with power, because you'll miss the table. Let me demonstrate. After I loop, my heel is slightly up, and my center of gravity is forward, ready for the next attack. In contrast, after your loop, you are leaning back with your chest out. I'm not leaning back, my body is containing the ball, allowing me to stay in an offensive posture. This means for your second shot, you'll probably have to resort to just blocking to keep the ball in play. Many amateur players have this problem of falling back after their shot. If you can link 3 attacks in a row, your rating is definitely over 2000. 2 consecutive attacks, you're above 1800. If you can only manage 1 attack, you're not at the 1800 level yet. So you must ensure that after your first loop, you are ready to attack the second ball. When stepping in for a short ball, after you rotate, don't keep your body low as you move forward. Lift your body up as you step in. At this point, you don't need to stay low. Otherwise, you'll easily hit the net. Drive your body forward and raise your hand position. Do you often hit the net when you step in to attack short backspin balls? For a half-long topspin ball, it's fine to stay low and hit forward because there's no backspin. But for a half-long backspin ball, if you stay low like that, you will definitely hit the net. Because when you press your body down, the angle of your racket will naturally follow and close too much. You must drive your body forward and also bring your hand forward and up. You're waiting to generate power, but your feet are not in position. First, get your body set in the correct position. If you want to hit with power but your body isn't in place, not rotated, not low enough, arm not back, you cannot generate power. Any attempt will be a weak, floating shot. So, always adjust your body first. If your body isn't ready, do not force the power. Only generate power when your body is properly set. Your previous error was because your arm was here, but your body was over there. Hitting like that will always result in a weak shot. For wide-angle balls, your arm and body must be close together to brush the ball up. Get closer to the ball. Remember this, these are lessons learned the hard way. These are all the solutions I found for shots I used to miss. For wide-angle balls, the range of your body movement must be large. From a normal stance, you can power loop without issue. But when the angle is wide, you can't lift the ball by just using your arm. Your arm alone doesn't have the strength. Therefore, for any ball that lands outside the halfway line of the forehand court, you must use a technique where you get your feet there and keep your arm close to your body. For balls inside this half, your arm can be further from your body, allowing for bigger swings, power loops, and more loading. But for any ball wider than that, you must keep your arm close to your body to loop it. Otherwise, even I can't make that shot.